You ever notice something kind of strange? Like, two people can be the same age, but one of them looks like life has been heavy on them, and the other, they look lighter, softer, almost untouched. Not in a perfect way, but in a different way. Now, real quick, if you just got back from church, or you're still in that calm Sunday mood, welcome. And if you didn't go anywhere and you're just here scrolling, you're still right on time, because Sundays have this way of slowing everything down just enough for you to actually notice things you usually ignore. And this is one of them, because it makes you wonder, what are they doing that I'm not? Are they using something? Is it luck? Good genes? But here's the twist. It's not what they're doing, it's who they've become. Because aging is not just about time, it's about how deeply life enters you, and what you do with it when it does. Some people carry everything, every stress, every pain, every expectation, and over time it shows. But others? They move through life differently, lighter, more aware, almost like they learned how to let life pass through them, instead of sitting on them. And today, on this slow, quiet Sunday, we're going into 5 strange reasons you might be aging slower than others. Not the usual stuff people talk about. This is deeper, more personal. The kind of things you don't always notice about yourself, until someone says it out loud. And something in you just goes, wait. Because some of these, you've probably been carrying your whole life, without even realizing. They're the very reason you feel different. And as we go through this, don't just listen, feel it. Because one of these is going to hit a little too close. 1. You never fully fit in. Let's start here. You've always felt a little different. Not better, not worse, just different. Like you could be in a room full of people, laughing, talking, but there's a small part of you that's always observing, watching, thinking. You learned early on how to be around people, but never fully become like them, and that did something to you. Because when you don't fully fit in, you don't blindly absorb everything around you. You question things, you pause, you filter, and most people don't realize this, but a huge part of aging comes from unconsciously absorbing stress, expectations, and identities that were never yours. You didn't do that as much. You stood at the edge, even when you didn't want to. And yeah, it probably felt lonely sometimes, but it also protected something inside you. Your authenticity, your inner space, your mental clarity. And that slows down the kind of aging that comes from living a life that doesn't belong to you. So while others were losing themselves trying to fit in, you were quietly preserving yourself. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked away from a group and felt like you were the only one who saw what was really going on? Yeah, that's not random. 2, you feel deeply, but you don't stay stuck now. This one is powerful. You feel things deeply, sometimes too deeply. A small moment can stay with you for days. A conversation, a look, a memory. It lingers, and for a long time you probably thought, this is exhausting. Why am I like this? But here's what most people don't understand. Feeling deeply is not what ages you. Suppressing it does. Avoiding it does. Carrying unprocessed emotions for years, that's what shows up in people's faces, their energy, their bodies. But you might feel deeply, but you also process. Even if it takes time, even if it's messy, even if you sit alone trying to understand your own thoughts, you don't run from yourself, and that changes everything. Because every time you process something, you release it. You don't carry it forever. You don't let it harden you. So instead of becoming bitter, you become lighter. And that lightness, it shows in your eyes, in your presence, in the way people feel around you. Be real with me for a second. Do you feel like your emotions sometimes go deeper than people around you? Like, way deeper? Yeah. Just drop a deep in the comments if that's you. I'm telling you, you're not alone in that. 3. You question everything. Now this one is subtle, but it's huge. You don't just accept things at face value. You question, not in a loud, rebellious way, but internally, quietly, constantly. You hear something and think, does that actually make sense? Is that even true for me? Why do people believe this? And because of that, you don't blindly follow harmful patterns. You don't stay stuck in beliefs that drain you. You don't carry unnecessary mental weight. And here's the truth. A lot of people age faster because they're living inside outdated versions of themselves. Old beliefs, old fears, old identities. But you update yourself. You reflect. You rethink. You grow. And growth is one of the strongest forms of renewal. It keeps your mind flexible, your perspective open, your energy alive. So while others become rigid over time, you stay fluid. And there's something about that keeps you feeling younger, without even trying. You ever notice? Some people stop growing at a certain age, like they're physically older, but mentally, they've been the same person for 10 years. Yeah, that's the difference. 4. You let go faster than most. This one might be the most underrated of all. You've learned how to let go, not instantly, not perfectly, but eventually. You don't hold on to things forever, not the pain, not the past, not even people who weren't right for you, and that's rare, because most people hold on way too long. They replay things, they carry resentment. They keep emotional weight that was meant to be released years ago. And that weight, it shows, it drains them slowly. But you feel it. You go through it. And then something in you says, okay, that's enough. And you release, even if it hurts, even if it takes time. You choose peace over attachment. And that decision, again and again, keeps you lighter than most. Think about this. How many things have you already let go of that once felt like they would break you? Yeah. Look at you now. 5. You're still becoming. This is the one that ties everything together. You don't feel finished, even now. There's a part of you that knows, I'm still becoming something. You're not stuck in a fixed identity. You're evolving, and that alone changes how you age, because when someone feels like they're done, they stop expanding, they stop exploring, they stop imagining new versions of themselves. And slowly, life becomes repetitive, heavy, predictable, but there's still curiosity in you, still openness, still a quiet excitement about who you could become next. And that is youth, not age, not appearance. That inner sense of possibility, that feeling that life is still unfolding through you. That's what people see, that's what people feel, even if they can't explain it. So when people say, you look younger than your age, maybe they're not just seeing your face. Maybe they're seeing your depth, your awareness, your ability to feel and release, your refusal to become someone you're not, your openness to keep growing, all the things that many people slowly lose over time. But you didn't. You kept them. So now I'm curious. Which one of these felt like it was describing you too accurately? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Or was it all of them? Drop it in the comments. I read way more than you think. And who knows? You might realize something about yourself just by seeing what others say too, because sometimes it's not even the video that hits you the most. It's that one comment, that one person who types exactly what you've been feeling. but never knew how to say, and suddenly you're just there like, wait, so it's not just me? That moment right there, that quiet sense of recognition, that's powerful, so don't just watch and disappear. Take a second, scroll a little, read what people are saying. You might find your own story in someone else's words, and if this made you pause for even a second, not scroll, not skip, not half listen, but actually pause, like something in you just got quiet for a moment, then yeah, that means something. Because in a world where everything is loud, fast, distracting, the ability to pause, to reflect, to feel something real, that's rare, and people who still have that, they're usually on a different kind of path, not louder, not more obvious, but deeper, more aware, more intentional. You might not even have all the answers yet. You might still be figuring things out, still questioning things, still trying to understand yourself in ways that don't always make sense. But the fact that you're even open to that you're even thinking this deeply, that already sets you apart, because most people, they don't stop, they don't question, they don't reflect, they just keep moving, even when something inside them is asking them not to. But you stopped, even if just for a few minutes, even if just for this video. You let yourself sit with something real, and that matters more than you think. So yeah, if something in this video felt familiar, if one of those reasons made you go, okay, that's a little too accurate, don't ignore that. Pay attention to it. There's something there, something worth understanding, something that might actually be shaping your life in ways you haven't fully seen yet. And honestly, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to unpack about this, about why some people move through life differently, why some people seem to carry less weight, why some people feel younger, even when life hasn't been easy on them. So if this kind of conversation, this kind of energy, this way of seeing things, if it resonates with you even a little bit, stick around, seriously, because we're going deeper into all of this. The patterns, the hidden traits, the things about you that you might not even realize are your strength. And next time, you might not just recognize yourself, you might understand yourself on a whole different level. So before you go, I'm still curious. Which part hit you the most? Not the nice answer, the real one. Drop it in the comments. Let's talk. Because sometimes the real conversation doesn't even start in the video. It starts down there,